Hi, I'm Andy Costello, your local professional real estate broker. I'm here with Dave Barkos with North Bank Innovations. Tell us a little bit about what you do.
Thanks so much. So North Bank Innovations is a nonprofit incubator that works with startups.
We met, and I just found that so fascinating. Such a unique idea. How did you come up with the idea to start the organization and help other people?
Yeah, I've always been connected to startups. Come originally from California and did a startup down there. Moved up here in the 90s, working in Vancouver. I moved across from Portland over to Vancouver to work with a startup and did that for 5 years, and it was a wonderful experience. I have always been hooked on people that are trying to pull together great ideas, and it's really interesting to find ways to support them in ways outside of just what my skill set is. So incubating is a way to kind of pull that all together.
That's really cool. I'm really intrigued with what you do. As you know, starting a nonprofit or a business is really difficult. What's one of the biggest challenges you faced so far as you're getting going on your journey?
I think the hardest thing with me or with the startups that I work with?
Well, with the starting up of your nonprofit.
Yeah, there's a saying that says you eat your own dog food, right? So I give a lot of advice to founders, and I try and take a lot of advice back onto myself that way. And one of the truisms is you don't know what you don't know. And I had never launched a nonprofit, so for me, there was a ton of kind of back, experimentation and investigation, trying to find out how that whole structure works, because I had been in for-profit, put together a business plan, go ahead and execute, not find people that are passionately involved and want to see you support, regardless of how much money comes back to them.
Yeah, that's a good point. So as you're going on this journey so far, what do you attribute some of the success that you've achieved launching the nonprofit?
Being bullheaded, being a little tenacious. I don't think I found that people didn't see or understand exactly what it was, because I was building organically to try and find the right startups. I wasn't coming back from the top down and starting to say, okay, this is a citywide initiative that's going to be tied to our local education institutes, and our leading companies are going to come in and support. That's the kind of normal way you build it. And I've really come back from the bottom up. And so because of that, there were a lot of those people who I am connected with that just didn't understand why I was doing or how I was doing what I was doing. So, but I think we're hitting that inflection point where there's enough evidence of the startups and the people here doing things that they're going, oh, I get it now. So now we just put the wrapper together around it, and it becomes something that we can all get behind.
Yeah, wow, that's really cool. If the community would know one thing about North Bank Innovations, or you could put a message on the billboard, or a combination of both, what would that be for our community?
I think startups are a really interesting beast in that we don't always understand what they are. We kind of live this, we watch Shark Tank and we see that's what we do. We come up with, and our gut says that we come up with an idea, and then we pitch people that are going to give us money. And then we build because they see the vision of the idea. And there really is a stronger continuum, and there's active steps. Not every startup is investable. So that isn't even your path. There are very strong, scalable lifestyle businesses that can be $50, $100 million a year that are not investable. Doesn't mean it's not a viable, great business. But even both of those options of investing or a strong lifestyle business are very different than a boutique business. And in this region, I find that what part of the problem is that people paint those with the same brush. Is they start to say, if I want to open up a local deli, right, the needs of that business are completely different than high impact and scalable businesses, and that's where we really focus. That's where we can really kind of bring new levels of expertise and connections and things to make things like those happen.
Fascinating. If people want to learn more, maybe they have a startup idea, what's the best way to get a hold of you or North Bank Innovations in general?
Yep, we have a website, northbankinnovations.org. There is an option there to reach out to me. Happy to sit down with anybody that's got an idea, talk through where they are. We also try to, we have monthly events where those are free events and paid events. It's a mix. Some of them are subject matter about marketing, about finance, about operations, and others which are just gatherings, open coffee and happy hours and stuff. So we try to list those there. So
awesome.
You can find us there.
Thank you, Dave. Appreciate your time.
Absolutely.
Thank you so much for watching this week. If you have any questions, please reach out to Dave. He's a wealth of information. I will catch you next week. Appreciate your time. Take care.